Crowd is assembled looking for a Bucks home victory here in Milwaukee. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Jazz. Now here's Brunson. Bagley the screen. Clock at 6. Back to Brunson. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Indoors, what a breakout for the guard, Jalen Brunson, these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. We talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. You have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Boy, the vision of Jalen Brunson is something to behold. This guy, an elite passer.
Pass to Jackson. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Lillard outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Brunson goes in. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's he. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Hart. Here's Abaji. Here's Brunson going inside. Counted his second make in 4 attempts.
If Brunson sees any daylight, he's going to attack. Did just that on the drive.
Antetokounmpo inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Now here's Hart. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
That's just Josh Hart getting to his spot, being shot ready. Nicely done.
Antetokounmpo inside. Bucks passing it around. Now E. Ellis outside. Launches it. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Rebounded by Ellis. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 3. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals. closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now here's Brunson following the miss by Giannis. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And that one's good. Ingram.
And Ingram is the king of the shot clock bailouts. His height lets him get off a shot in a hurry.
Bagley with the block. And he's able to get it back. Back to Ingram. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Ingram's got 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside for Jackson. Here's E. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First personal foul. It's going to go on Josh Hart. The Bucks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he's good on the second. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Ellis surveying the D. Got a piece of it. Ingram wide open. Good on the triple. He's got 8.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want. And
16. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
what terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Up top, Portis. Over Beasley. Excellent D there from Beasley. Raptors leading by 10. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc. Chandler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the wing quickly. Still yet to score. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Looney. Launches a 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Donaldson. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Caruso. Outside Portis. Back to Caruso. Here's Donaldson. Shot clock at 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Let's make some noise for your Bucks hoop crew.
Inside. Pass to Walter. Finished off the break. Walter's got the lead up to 12 now for Toronto. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a two-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. 1:49 left in the first half. Pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hart. And a miss there on the triple. Bucks trailed by 10. Giannis right side. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to E. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Raptors. They set the pick. Ingram outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ingram's got 11 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Here's E. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Raptors leading by 13. Pass to Abaji. Back to Hart. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Antetokounmpo. Powers through inside. Giannis.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And here's Brunson outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. So it's the Bucks now. It's a 13-point game. Back to Ellis. Deflects the pass. Ingram with the steal. Here's Hart. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Toronto looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The ultimate blue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side. Now, intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size. That is Josh Hart.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Bucks trailed by 13. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Good on the second free throw.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Brunson outside. Three-pointer. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Josh Hart, an improving three-point shooter. If he gets consistent from here, look out.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Brunson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Brunson with it. No good there.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Now E. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Josh Hart.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Brunson outside. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
An all-star in this league. I think Ingram still flies a bit under the radar, but Brandon can be a #1 option, no doubt.
And he gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
He trains the three-pointer. He's got his second bucket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Shot, high post. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Kicks it out to Lillard. There's the triple. Toronto grabs the miss. And here's Brunson. He has 6. Pass to Abaji. Now here's Brunson. Up top, Bagley. Back to Brunson. Shoots over Lillard. And again, it's Toronto converting.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Now E. Lillard outside. Out to the right wing. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Both teams will make substitutions.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Dick. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. It's stolen. Portis in the post. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Trent with the wide open look. Misses the three. Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Back to Dick. There's the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's Quickly. And the layup falls. And the Raptors lead by 19.
That's a conversion inside by Emmanuel Quickly. Just a quick opportunity finish.
No coverage that time.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Quickly with it. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Dick. Shoots from the corner. That shot misses. And so it's the Toronto Raptors feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And we'll see it.
45.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Quickly. Here's Dick. Covered by Lillard. Dick wide open. Drops one in from the wing.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Ellis. Third personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Bucks trailing by 19. They set the pick. And that's a foul on Gian Leon. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Quickly with a wide open look. Hands it from downtown.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Toronto leading by 20. Brunson outside. Nifty move. Shot from the top of the key. Rebounded by E.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Ellis outside. Back to Lillard. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Brunson, that's a two-pointer. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Raptors lead by 19.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pass to Hart. Bagley with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Bagley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ellis outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Tipped away. Stolen by Brunson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hart. Shot clock at 6. And the Raptors hit again from deep. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Toronto.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
It's Ingram on the wing. Brunson with a clean look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Giannis left side. And Giannis throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
And Brunson has it in the corner. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Toronto.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jalen Brunson.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Hart, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 18. A nice shot by Yee.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
Now Brunson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Raptors ball. Shooting for...
And so he hits the technical free throw. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.